Hello and welcome to the World Battery Metals and Mining News for the 2nd of August, 2024. BHP turns to mediation to avoid strike at Escondida. BHP is seeking government mediation to prevent a strike at Chile's Escondida mine, the world's largest copper operation, after workers rejected an offer involving one-time bonuses and longer workdays. The union demands a 1% dividend share and no changes to shifts and benefits. Under Chilean law, negotiations mediated by the government can extend for up to 10 days if both sides agree. This labor friction coincides with a cooling in copper's bull market, making BHP's situation precarious. Copper prices are slipping from their peaks, and any prolonged strike could further disrupt the market and shelve BHP's plans for a new concentrator at Escondida. The last major strike in 2017 resulted in severe production losses and was Chile's longest private sector mining strike. With Chile's status as the world's top copper producer, contributing to 60% of its export earnings, this situation holds significant economic implications. Graphite One could take a leading role in loosening China's grip on U.S. graphite market. Graphite, known for its exceptional heat and electrical conductivity, is pivotal in the energy transition, particularly for its role in lithium-ion batteries used in electric vehicles, EVs. With global demand for graphite poised to skyrocket, especially as the world stumbles towards a clean energy future, though we all know CO2 cycles are just that, cycles, it's no surprise that the U.S. military and broader defense sectors are also eyeing this critical mineral for its stability and high-temperature resilience. Synthetic graphite from China, dominating the market, underpins much of this need. To tackle this strategic dependency, Graphite One Inc. is making strides with its development of a synthetic graphite anode material plant in Ohio, linked to its Graphite Creek mine in Alaska. Given China's stranglehold on global graphite production and processing, this move is part of a broader geopolitical maneuver to secure critical supply chains. Even skeptics of state intervention would agree. Relying solely on imports for vital defense and EV technologies isn't the brightest idea. Regardless of how many fancy reports McKinsey and others pump out about market growth, the real story here is whether North American projects like Graphite One's can cut the cord from Chinese dominance. No lithium mining without guarantees, says Serbian President. Serbia's President, Aleksandar Vučić, has declared a moratorium on lithium mining in the country until assurances are provided by both top international and Serbian experts, following the controversial revocation of Rio Tinto's $2.4 billion Jadar lithium project license. Vučić emphasized that no mining activities would commence in the next 12 to 18 months without thorough expert validation, aiming to ensure complete safety for the populace. This decision coincides with fresh agreements between Serbia, the EU, and Germany, granting exclusive access to Serbian lithium for European carmakers. Amidst mass protests across several Serbian towns against the project and the new EU agreement, Vučić's cautious approach appears geared towards appeasing both environmental concerns and international partnerships. Ironically, if the Jadar project proceeds, it promises to make Serbia a key player in Europe's lithium supply chain, even propelling Rio Tinto into the top echelons of global lithium producers. Lamentable, though, is the extent politicians will go to delay something that could transform an industry, all in the name of safety. Glencore overshadowed in cobalt market as Chinese rival booms. Well, it appears China's CMO group Lelit has taken the cobalt crown, leaving Glencore eating dust with their production climbing to towering heights. CMOC's astonishing output surge, particularly their ramp-up in the Democratic Republic of Congo, has pushed cobalt prices into a nosedive, cascading down by 70% since their peak 2 years ago. Glencore's response? Slashing production in defeat. CMOC's Herculean effort saw production jump to over 54,000 tons in the first half of the year, compared to Glencore's meager 15,900 tons. With cobalt prices plummeting amidst a production glut, the move away from cobalt-reliant batteries adds salt to the wound. And just to pile on, multiple other projects are ready to flood the market further. We might not melt the ice caps with our CO2, but the temperature in the cobalt market surely is chilling. Westgold-Karora merger creates top 5 Australian gold miner. Westgold Resources and Karora Resources have finalized their merger, creating a dual-listed powerhouse among Australia's top gold producers. By integrating Karora's Australian Beta Hunt and Higginsville gold mines with Westgold's Bluebird and Great Fingal mines, along with the newly acquired Lakewood gold mill, Westgold has positioned itself for significant growth. The combined entity boasts an impressive annual output of over 400,000 ounces of gold, substantial reserves, and a rich pipeline of exploration opportunities, securing a market capitalization around $2.5 billion. This merger reflects the bustling activity in Australia's gold sector, catalyzed by record-high gold prices and a series of high-profile acquisitions, including Evolution Mining's stake in Northparkes and Newmont's acquisition of Newcrest, underscoring the lucrative nature of gold mining down under. German copper project marks the spot for GreenX Metals. GreenX Metals has struck an earn-in agreement to gain a 90% interest in Group 11 Exploration GmbH, the holder of the Tannenberg exploration license, which is touted to be rich in sediment-hosted copper deposits. To seal the deal, GreenX will issue 500,000 shares to the vendor and fund an exploration program capped at €500,000 by 2025, aiming to secure an extension for the license. If all conditions are met, GreenX can acquire 90% of Group 11 for $3 million in shares by the end of 2025. A bonus of 5 million shares will be dished out if a scoping study materializes within 5 years. CEO Ben Stojkovic is optimistic about the project's potential, aligning it with recent EU and German policies to boost the supply of strategic raw materials like copper, deemed crucial for Europe's industrial backbone and decarbonization plans. The project complements GreenX's Arctic Rift copper project in Greenland, offering shareholders a diversified exposure to vital materials. Future steps include historical data mining, geophysical surveys, and a European technical team to drive exploration at Tannenberg. Chilean court rejects Tianqi's request to pause SQM-Codelco deal. In a decision that should ruffle more than a few feathers, a Chilean court has rejected Tianqi Lithium's request to halt the partnership between state-run Codelco and lithium miner SQM, a move that Tianqi had contested due to the absence of a shareholder vote. This isn't just corporate drama, it's a testament to how regulatory frameworks seem to operate on a trust us basis rather than seeking the much-vaunted shareholder democracy. For now, the joint venture motor's on as the court continues to sift through the argument soup. Meanwhile, SQM and Tianqi remain tight-lipped, probably doing some crisis yoga. Pambili produces first gold from Zimbabwe mine. Pambili Natural Resources, text PNN, has struck gold, quite literally, at its Golden Valley mine in Zimbabwe's Matabeleland province, marking an encouraging step in its mission to revitalize underperforming mines in the region. With a PhD in chemical engineering, I can assure you that the company's focus on leveraging modern exploratory techniques is a sagacious move. Their strategy might just turn Golden Valley into a bulk mineable gold deposit, anchoring a large-scale commercial operation. They're not just sitting on their hands. They've already done some underground development and plan to kick off a drilling program by the end of the month, endorsed by a solid technical report, no less. The numbers from Golden Valley's historic shafts and the geology akin to the prolific Quersham, how mine only add more shine to this endeavor. While their first 630-ton batch yielded 235 grams of gold at a recovery rate of 0.52 gross per steet, it's early days yet for predicting the overall potential. An earn-in agreement for the nearby Happy Valley mine, though currently under capacity due to capital woes, further underlines Pambili's bullish outlook on reversing the fortunes of Zimbabwe's small-scale mining sector through diligent drilling. Ah, the sweet smell of potential gold and forward thinking. Faraday Copper sets sights on bigger resource in H1 2025. Faraday Copper, TSX FDY, is set to provide an updated resource estimate for its Copper Creek project in Arizona by mid-2025, hoping to boost the currently stated 421.9 million tons of combined open pit and underground resources at 0.45% copper. The latest Phase 3 drilling results look promising, with intersections like 29.08 meters at 0.62% copper, adding to the attractive metrics of the 3 kilometers long project. The drilling efforts are focused on expanding the resource and exploring new targets, benefiting from extensive historical exploration and significant untapped potential. Furthermore, the company has initiated gold sampling programs, indicating the potential to include gold in future resource estimates. Faraday has been proactive with environmental data collection and generative exploration, keeping an eye on long-term prospects through geological mapping and advanced geophysics. This well-funded explorer, with a market cap of $170.4 million and $48.3 million in cash and assets, raised $23 million from a recent financing round, underscoring market confidence in their strategic vision and operational execution. Whitecliff wins up first phase of Canadian field programs. Whitecliff Minerals has wrapped up the initial phase of its fieldwork at the Great Bear and Ray projects in Canada's Northwest Territories and Nunavut. The objective was to validate historical findings and demarcate prime drilling spots for later this quarter. At Great Bear, they unearthed 4 distinct iron oxide copper-gold systems with tantalizing prospects at Glacier and Cleaver targets. The company's efforts covered over a whopping 1,100 kilometers strike length, cumulatively extending known mineralization areas. Meanwhile, at Ray, broad shear zones rich in copper sulfides and quartz veining showed their mettle, especially at the Halo target. The team gathered a whopping 275 samples and aims to cement their drilling plans pending permits. Excitedly, Whitecliff's managing director, Troy Whitaker, noted that their initial visual findings hint at the extensive potential these largely unexplored areas hold. Let's just hope their assays confirm the excitement. Wouldn't want all this hype to be just smoke and mirrors. All in all, it's a promising start for a company boasting a market cap of $25.25 million, aiming for the big leagues in energy metals. Berkwood graphite results bolster confidence for Green Battery Minerals. Green Battery Minerals, TSXV, has received promising independent laboratory results from ProGraphite for its Berkwood graphite project in Canada. These results demonstrate the high quality of the graphite sample, with an impressive carbon content of 98.2% and a successful conversion to expandable graphite, achieving an expansion rate of 325 mils per gram. ProGraphite has recommended further testing on the plus 50 mesh graphite to potentially increase the expansion rate by an additional 20%. This could be a game changer for GEM, positioning it strongly in the expandable graphite market. The Berkwood project, located near Nuvmun's significant $3.5 billion NPV deposit, boasts a high-grade graphite resource with coarse flake size, making it attractive for future development. Despite my reservations about the overhyped green energy sector, the technological advancements and high-grade resources at Berkwood indicate a promising future for GEM. The potential for sustainable, high-performance graphite materials is indeed exciting, but let's watch how the actual market dynamics unfold without getting too carried away by the green zealotry. Tyranna hunting further lithium-pegmatite targets in Angola. Tyranna Resources, TOIX, is hot on the trail of additional lithium-pegmatite targets in Angola, following results from a reverse circulation drilling program at the Muvero prospect. With plans to extend mapping and geochemical sampling beyond Muvero, and a new round of drilling to kick off by year's end, Tyranna seems determined to crack open the eastern Muvero link zone, an area ripe with untapped potential. Boasting a modest market cap of $16.433 million, they're also setting their sights on the Calicatas and Loop prospects. Managing Director David Crook ensures that core drilling is scheduled to resume shortly, initially focusing on Muvero's downplunge mineralization before exploring new areas. Rock chip analyses from 7 untapped sites have revealed promising lithium traces, but assay results from recent reverse circulation drilling showed only modest mineralization. Despite the minor finds, Tyranna's commitment to uncovering a significant lithium source to power the world's clean energy ambitions remains unshaken. Venture Minerals seeing stars over Jupiter's high-grade zones. Venture Minerals is set to kick off a new drilling initiative targeting high-grade rare earth zones within their Jupiter rare earth discovery in Western Australia. with drilling focused on areas exceeding 3,000 ppm trio and particularly eye-catching zones between 5,000 and 10,000 ppm. This campaign aims to redefine their project's potential. The company, with its modest $46.34 million market cap, is plunging into a 10,000 to 15,000 meter air core drilling effort under the leadership of Managing Director Philippa Legat. The drilling data they've amassed will bolster their maiden resource estimate and illuminate substantial zones of high-grade mineralization. Their comprehensive approach also includes regional drilling at the Brothers Project, targeting both satellite and geophysical geological areas. With a significant 1,103-kilometer tenement packaging rich in rare earth prospects, Venture is geared towards quenching the global thirst for critical minerals essential for modern tech and so-called green energy, a term I find as amusing as it is politically charged. Venture Minerals will showcase their progress at the Diggers and Dealers Mining Forum in Kalgoorlie, bonding with like-minded profiteers.